think we are live. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I see Vince, Nelson, Tony, and then Vince again. Seth, Barry, Jerry 3G, Bill, Chris, Frank C, Tony Howe, got Nelson, Larry, James, Ron, Strat CPO, NYC, Rockin' Rob, got Tim. Bill says it all sounds good. I believe him. What's up, Vince? Zoots. Speaker. What's up, dude? Terry 3G. Matt says sound is good. All right. Double R guitar. And Rockin' Rob. Yeti Matzi. Retro Puffer. And of course, Matt, Chris. Check out the new axe, right, iSolo? That's an old school phrase. Check out the new axe. What's up, Chris? R2, R3. Got Nag. Got funny ass guitar guy. Got B-Man. Zach. Hit Metalworks. Michael D, Frank C, John Clark, and Rockin' Rob. We got the inefficient roots and noise. With Yeti, Matzi, solo guitar, and Seth and Tim, and solo again, and hit Metalworks, leading to Michael D, and then R2, R3, Locknut, R2, Locknut, R2, Locknut. Oh my God. How do they come to me? I don't know. It's like I'm inspired by the chat. We're just having fun. That's what we like to do. We like to have fun. Any splinters from that pine? You know, you would think that. He did a good job faking the stuff, but you got to remember that this was a flat piece of pine. This was like a pine board. Those grooves, I think, are man-made, right? And so they're actually quite soft. It's textured, without a doubt, but it's they're exaggerated, I think, through, you know, trade secret techniques. And then there's 25 coats of lacquer on the top. So yeah, no. Bead blasted pine. You know, you could be right with that, P-Draw. I didn't even think of that. It's probably how he did it, right? Because the grain will be a little harder than the pulp in between, right? So you can blast it out a little bit. Oh, that's a good... Captain, we have a working theory. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. It's like textured, but it's not rough. That makes sense. Yeah, weathered. It's a pine tree that Keith Richards planted over 100 years ago. That sounds legit. When he was only 14. The back looks pretty cool though. If you like the fancy, if you like fancy more than a rustic. It's got a great ass. Da-da-dee. No, you rock Yeti Matzi. Exactly, they used to make pixie sticks from these trees. Hold on a sec. It is super friggin' dry. We got a cold wind blowing in. It's friggin' cold. It wasn't too bad today. Got up to like just a little bit above freezing, but they say tonight's going to be like down in the teens. That's some serious negative numbers for you Celsius people. What kind of pickups are in this guitar? I'm glad you asked. These are Alumitone Deathbuckers, which, as some astute viewer pointed out, explains why it has the kill switch. Ba-dum-boom-ks. But they are Alumitone Deathbuckers. They're actually made for the 7-string, because I think he does both 6 and 7 strings, and he just says, you know what, I'll just throw the 7-string, because they're Alumitones, right? The whole bar is the pickup, so there's no like pole pieces. Doesn't work like that. Very different than any other guitar I've ever known. But Alumitone Deathbuckers, you know, it's for the Chuggy McChug Chugs. That's why they're so tight. It's a very tight, not a ton of bass on the bridge pickup by design. If you want bass, you got to go to the bridge. I mean the neck. Right. It's all mids and highs because it's made for metal. They clean up nice though. Toy like a tiger. So, you know, it's just one of those things where it's just so different than any other guitar I own. You know, the strings pull straight through, the nut's made out of PEEK, which is like practically indestructible friggin' plastic, and you know, that's where he pulls on the expertise with his plectrum making. And then the side dots, you can't see it here, but they're like total like mega glow in the dark. Pretty cool. It's a wonderful sounding and playing guitar. I don't hear any noise. I mean, don't forget it. I have a live microphone going. Who makes this guitar? It's the same guy who makes those picks, those giant picks that I've always been using and showing off in the last maybe 2 years. Patrick Hufschmid Guitars. You can probably call up his website real quick. Like, hold on, let me get here, and then here, and then here, and then I think for you to see it correctly, Now it should work. Yeah, here you go. Right. So most of his stuff is flame top and quilt top. Right, and there's the glow-in-the-dark side dots. He's got new ones that are made out of like black material that glow. It's pretty sick. Anyway, Hufschmid. Hufschmid is the correct answer. Didn't know he made guitars too? Yeah, he does the guitars. Yeah. The side dots radioactive material? I hope so. If not, there goes a lot of its street cred. Actually, they haven't used radioactive material for glow-in-the-dark in quite a long time. But old watches used it. If you go back to some of the old, like, Omegas and old Rolexes, I think they used radioactive material. Exactly, radium side dots. Yeah, you know it from the watches. Yeah, no, the watches, that's what they used to use. Can you imagine the poor sons of bitches that painted those watches all day? You know? Bummer, man. Ugh. Yeah, I think you're right, Frank. Luminlay. I call them Luma Inlay. But it's really like Luminlay, which is not an easy brand. He probably made these because he gets the stuff for the picks. He might have bought them, but there's also a good chance he just made them. How does Super Bowl go for me? Well, kind of boring for the first half, no? I thought so. But then it got better in the second half. Someone died from licking the paintbrushes, yeah. You don't realize, the danger. It's all on the upbeat. How about the halftime show? I don't really remember it. I probably wasn't watching it. It might have been on in the background. Trying to remember if I remember anything. Not really. It was kind of forgettable. Usher on roller skates. Now you're talking. How did I miss that? Do. So I got an update on my S23 phone. And so far, as I understand it, they have not pushed out an S24 update. They say it's coming on, I have heard it's coming out on February 22nd, which would have been 10 days past my return date. So I'm just glad I returned it. Because you know what's going to happen? That thing's going to come out, and I'm going to check the boards, and I'm going to see how many people go, yeah, it didn't fix it. You know what? The colors are more vibrant, but it still looks like speckled, right? It looked like there was like a frost on it. And some people are saying that has to do with unevenness of the LEDs. So because some are randomly brighter, it just looks like frosty, right? It's not very even. So we'll see. I'll see him next year. I can hold off another year. But it was, there's been a lot of, one guy really did show how it was washed out because he would put over like a pure red swatch to it that's used for like testing. And when you put it under a microscope, if you looked at the one from 2 years ago, only the red LEDs were on, and the other two, the green and the blue, were off. And if you look at the S24, all the reds are piping hot, but the red and the green are on just a little bit. He goes, and that will create a small band of white as it mixes with the red. And, it's going to look washed out. And he showed it also with the green. That, well, the green was just the green on the S22. On the S24, it was green and then just a little bit of the red and the blue. Makes sense. Let's take another look at the back of this. Look at that thing. Do-do-do. Mm-hmm. Do-do-do. So I'm sticking with my S23 for now because it still looks awesome. Looks amazing. The incremental upgrade versus the big question mark about whether the display would be fixed, right? You're weighing the cost benefit. It just wasn't worth it. So again, just see you next year. Oh man, it's good coffee. Yeah, the tuners are these, they're locking hip shot, like barrel. I've never seen them before, but they're super smooth. They're like wicked, like smooth. So I don't know if Speaker's still here, but I was checking the train ride down to New York for the 24th. And that the Acela business class for the ride down at 7 a.m. had dropped to $51 from like 120. Interesting. The ride back was still like 120 or the 130, something like that. So it was, the price had definitely dropped, for the round trip to New York on the 24th to go see Ace Frehley lead guitar. I love he teased the new, first I like Walking on the Moon, So, something like that. I'm gonna have to listen to it again, but it's a pretty good little riff there. And he got some new Cherry Medicine. Again, pretty good. He's got a good producer, whipping them all into shape, making sure that the tunes come out. I'm sure he's got a bunch of co-writers that are putting this together, because it really does sound good. Yeah, kind of half price for the Acela. No, it wasn't bad. And they released 500 more albums for the signing, making 1,000 pressings for the signing. They'd done 500 and sold out, and now they just released another 500. So I could get two. Get out and get two signed. Takes about 3.5, almost 4 hours. It's over 5 hours if you take the regular train. Is it Anton Fig on drums or Ace? I don't think so. He's been working with this guy for years now. A guy who worked with Phil X for a little bit. In fact, I thought I saw him playing with Phil X recently on just like a single solo gig. Bald guy with sort of a maybe a mustache and beard. I forget now. Steve Brown is a co-writer on 10,000 Volts. Yeah. It feels like it's not a solo effort, but that's okay. Good harmonies. The production has been so far, I'd say, pretty stellar. It comes out this coming Friday, so by the time we talk next week, which would be the day of the signing, Ace Frehley lead guitar. The album will be released on Friday, and I get everything through Amazon Music. It'll just be there. It is cold out there tonight. It's wicked cold. Scott Coogan, a veteran session drummer, sure. Tough loss of the Bruins. I missed it. Didn't realize it was on, and I was doing some other crap. Then I went out and heard the very end of the game. I was like, oh, it was Bruins game I just missed. Acela business class's choice. Yeah, it was 51 for the ride down, like $1, maybe $1.20, and those were You can cancel any time prices too. It's pretty good. Now, the last time I checked, they were talking rain and snow on that day, but now they've moved it to just partly cloudy. And the rain and snow was on Friday. So, because the train ain't doing crap if it's a, snowstorm. And PA. We weren't too cold today, like 30, but it felt like a cold wind was coming in. They were saying it was going to get down to in the teens. What's a brewing? A type of bear. That's why they use a bear for the logo. Yeah, it's a brewing bear, sure. Up there in, the woods of Maine and elsewhere. Wow. That is a great riff. That was kind of a real bonus track on Kiss Alive 2. Which was kind of weird that they had studio tracks on that live album, but, they didn't have enough live material. They want to repeat live material they had done in prior shows, I think. Doo-doo. Wow. I've been digging this here, the R36S. Pretty cheap. If you wanted to buy it straight out of China, and, try to go through PayPal for payment, they're like $40. You can just get it from Amazon if you're willing to pay $80 for pretty much the same exact thing. But some people they'd rather just go through Amazon because it's still pretty cheap. But I will say that with the new Arc OS and the emulation station that's built into it, it's pretty damn good. It's got a pretty kick-ass interface. I think of all of them so far, the Android one I have, although the screen is stellar and it's a touch screen and it looks amazing, the rumor is that it came from like unused iPhone. It's an iPhone 6 screen that they basically had lowered production and there was a bunch of leftover stock. Because it looks amazing, but damn, it's hard to wrestle Android with the emulation. It is not easy to work with. The Linux boxes are so much more streamlined. Did I get rid of the Samsung? I did. I returned it before my return period expired. Didn't want to get stuck with it. They still haven't put out an update. They're saying it's going to come out on February 22nd. And again, my eyes will be peeled on the 22nd to see exactly what the feedback is on the release, to see if it actually fixed the problem. But for the Samsung, I'll just wait till next year and see if I can get a good deal on next year's phone, because the deals have gone away too. There'll probably be something mid-year that will equal the pre-sale, but the pre-sale was half off and double the storage and no trade-in. You only had to stay on for 120 days to get the benefit. So, it's a pretty sweet deal. We'll see what the deals are next year. I don't want to, it's half off, but you got to stay on for 2 or 3 years. I don't like that. How's the phone rant video done out of curiosity? About the same as normal. I wouldn't say it's stuck out anymore. That one came from the heart, though. You can get one for $650 with a trade-in. Yeah, see, that was what was so good about the deal, was that there was no trade-in. And the plan was sell the old one for, about $650. And so the upgrade would be practically nothing. But the new phone just looked like ass compared to my old phone. I'm like, last year's model looks so much freaking better. It was like night. When I had the smart transfer on and they both have a blue screen up, I'm like, God, the blue on the new phone looks a little washed out, but I'll bet it's set to natural mode, not vivid. And it was set to vivid. And I was like, oh, damn. Well, that sucks. And there was really no difference between natural and vivid. That's why they said vivid mode's kind of broken. And vivid mode isn't I don't think it's overly saturated, especially when you bring photos up. I think they look great. Oh, hold on a second. I hope this doesn't stall here. I might have to refresh this screen. Hold on. Hold on to your butt. No, it looks like it's still going. Yeah. Stream health is good. Good. I like to see that. Good. All right. These are Alumitone death buckers. Jonathan, I decided to keep my S23 Ultra instead of upgrading. It's a good move because I will say that it did look like the camera had more dynamic range on some of those low light indoor shots. And I'm sure with updates, it'll get even better than that. But damn, that screen was just hard to look at. It had like a green cast. It looked like frosted. It was painful. I just could not get past that friggin' screen. I mean, the phone is friggin' nearly 100% screen. It's all screen. And I just could not look at that all friggin' day. It would make me mental. Hufschmid had no guitars in stock when you looked after the video. I think he builds a lot to order. But he always has a bunch of projects going. I'm sure he's got probably a half dozen friggin', out there. New Vola release? Yeah. Where is that new Vola release? Hold on a second here. Oop, wrong. Here we go. The Jay-Z Fro. Where is the new one? Is it here? No? Where the hell is it? Jay-Z. Right there. The Jay-Z Fro. You can't handle the Fro. And they have a white one. Can I click the white one? No? Just a single photo? Just a photo. That reminds me of a guitar I had when I was a kid. When I was like, she's just thinking about where we're living. That had to be like 9 or 10, maybe 10. And it had some like rocker switches, but it kind of looked like that. I remember my sister cracking me over the head with it. It's quite heavy. Feeling the immediate effects of that. Do I have a picture of it? Do. Somewhere. I think when I was at NAMM, I took some photos and probably put them out a little early. Don't tell them. Yeah. They had it there. Here it is. Right there. Okay. Oh, here you are. It's a better photo. I'm just saying, that's a better photo. It's a hell of a photo. Nice work, kid. No, thank you. I try. P90 single coil. I forget what this is. I think it might be a blower switch. I'd have to see. Right there. The Jay-Z Fro. They're coming up with names like Ibanez now. Yeah, they were looking to do an offset. They do so many different. They do so many that are kind of, well, like that, right? They don't really do a ton of offsets. I like this though. They used to do this on the Blaze. I love that that finish. Pretty cool. Love my TNC. What else is a cool one? And the root beer. The flame maple. The binding. Cool root beer finish. With the Jay-Z Fro. The Jay-Z. That is the new one. I gotta think RO is for roasted. Z might be. I wonder if that's the shape. I don't know. J's probably Japan. I'm thinking. Just making this up. Let me pull it out of my ass. J is for Jehoshaphat's. You know what another good one is? The Aries. You know, if you like the flame. This is one that's held over from the earlier years because it's popular. What with the flame maple and all. Hello, Sassy Cat. Doing well. Hope you're doing well. And the burl. And the burl is open pour, which I think I had this exact guitar here, because I remember that knot up by the neck joint on the top. That was way cool. It had the total open pour. I really actually like that guitar a lot. They got some cool stuff. I think it was a lot more expensive back then. $14.39. That's way down from what it used to be. And then the Luna. This is their thinnest neck, big shred necks. I think most of them are gone. See, sold. I think these are. Don't know that the Luna's going to continue. They're really pushing like the Oz. That's why there's so many different Oz models. Nice V3. I wish they'd do the rosewood. I love the rosewood fretboard. They only do it on the shell pink. I wish they'd do it on like the, Cobra blue or the Daphne blue or like even the Fiesta red. I'm sure would look really good, with the rosewood fretboard. Especially the Fiesta red, because Fiesta red really goes with that. Anyway. 1439 for a Japanese guitar. I know nobody's doing it. Well, how much are the take any brand? What are the Jacksons going for? Literally made in the same exact factory, right? Over $2,000. Charvel, right? Over $2,000, made in the exact same factory, exact same line. They make way too many models. Well, that's why they're trying. I think the Aries is probably going away, like the Blaze went away, the Zenith went away. They try to mix it up. I think the Oz is the one that they're really going with. The Oz and the Vasti. But they're blowing out. They have some up on Reverb that they're blowing out for short money. I want to say they have LED light up frets. Gearman Dude did a video on it. These are older ones. It's going to have a larger neck because they had larger necks when they first started as a brand. But it's like a paisley, right? A paisley top with kind of like what their Vasti shape is now, a little bit. And I think when they were new, they were like $2,400. It was a premium product for those, and they're doing them like, I want to say $10.99. $10.29 depending on the model. That's cheap, less than half. You got a Japan-made Charvel for $17.99, brand new, or was it used? Then in Japan is over $2,000. Not all of them. Some of them seem to still be under $2,000, which is why I didn't mention them. I think they do have a few at like $17 or $18.99. New, that's a good price. Yeah, the Ibanez Genesis is probably the best value. Not made in the same factory, though. Made in a different factory. Ibanez Genesis, I believe, are still made in the Fujigen factory, not the Dynagaki, where Fender is now made. Love pawn shops. Well, they used to be a real bargain, but then they found the internet. There's still some bargains to be had. Do. Thought Fujigen was the best over there. Well, Fujigen had a lot of the accounts until they started making Fujigen guitars. And then retailers, manufacturers like, oh, you're competing with me now? And a lot of them moved to Dynagaki. Fender moved to Dynagaki. There's a few brands with Dynagaki. Anything under the Fender umbrella, which covers Charvel and Jackson. They've been with Dynagaki ever since they went from made in Japan to crafted in Japan. If it says crafted in Japan, Dynagaki, that I want to say might have been the early 2000s. Maybe the late 90s. Somewhere around there. Maybe because could you still get a made in Japan in the early 2000s? Maybe. But it was purposely changed to crafted so you could tell the difference immediately from which factory made it. Crafted in Japan. Dynagaki. And they've been with them ever since. I want to say it's been at least 15, but I think it's more like 20 years now. Does Vola endorse any pros? I think they have some signature models, but a lot of them are European people that people over here don't know. And then there's that guy, Keane. Is it Michael Keane from some band I don't know? He has a signature model. The other thing I want to talk about, let me see if I can find it here. Maybe here? Yeah. And then, yeah, okay. Well, let me show you something else first. Let me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right. So one of the things that I have noticed is that when the prices shot up for really no other reason than can we get this for it now? For the longest time, you couldn't get a Les Paul, like standard or traditional, one that's just, got the trapezoid inlay, the crown inlay and the binding around the neck and a gloss finish. You could get a satin finish, but you couldn't get a gloss finish for less than like $15.99, maybe $15.50. They started to drop a little bit, but they've been stuck around the $15.99 and, sort of stuck there. Let me just, yeah. Make sure I got the right photo here. Yeah. So, yeah. So, I'm perusing the used stock on Guitar Center, which is what I've been known to do. And this comes up. It's a Gibson Les Paul. Traditional, so there's no weight relief. It's a beautiful, glossy, like, what is that, caramel burst or something? Pretty good. Speed knobs. A little bit of flaming to it. Nice dark fretboard. Pretty good. It was in damn near mint condition, and it came with a case. And it was $13.99. Now, it started out at $17.59, and I think the listing showed it at $15.79, and they dropped it again down to $13.99. But when you put it in the cart, it tells you what the original asking price was, which was $17.59. Minus a $360 discount, we're down to $13.99. This is encouraging. $13.99 for, a glossy top, full-on binding, this isn't some Les Paul Studio. This isn't like a Les Paul, satin finish because we're saving a little bit of money. It's a what we could call a quote-unquote real Les Paul. Right? And for the first time, I haven't seen it down in this area in a while. It used to be down here. This wasn't unheard of, 2 years ago. But they were trying to get $7.59 and $17.59, and people balked at it. They were like, no. And it went down to $15.79, and they were like, no. It finally got down to $13.99, and it's gone. Someone said, "Oh, hell yes." Oh, sure. Now, if I didn't have such a ridiculous amount of guitars, I would have entertained buying it. But the last thing I need is another guitar. I have so many other priorities than an additional guitar. Besides, I just got a guitar, so it was like I couldn't do it. But it was encouraging. It was encouraging to see that little price, a little dippy do. Let's dip it down a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think as now that we're out of the pandemic, there's more sellers than buyers. I'm hoping we're going to see a little bit more downward pressure. This is just sort of like back to normal at $13.99. It was always fun to dream for a little bit. It's a traditional, the Les Paul traditional. It's a standard, but it's what they call the standard traditional, which means they do no weight relieving. It's going to be heavy. And I believe the traditional has the 50s neck. Isn't that true, right? They have the larger, because it's traditional. Oh, if it was $10.99, I would have done it in a heartbeat. Would have done it in a second. What the hell is going on up there? Jesus. Is someone coming to confess? Huh? Was that you? Is that you? What are you running from? You look guilty. What are you running? What are you doing up there? Yeah. Don't look so innocent over there. Yeah, the front is definitely rustic. Back, a little bit more traditional mahogany. I think it looks better at an angle, yeah, like that, than when the light's right on. Right, that's just all reflection. Do-do-do-do. Try not to whack your guitar with the headstock. Zach, it's a barn burst. It's a barn burner. Exactly, business up front, party in the back. Did you get splinters from it? No, we were talking about that earlier. No, it's way too soft, and like you said, we were saying earlier, it's probably been sandblasted to make it look like that, right? To roughen it up. And then, of course, it's completely sanded. And then it's coated. It's got a ton of coating on it. It feels textured, but like not like rough, if that makes sense. Oh, don't even say Buddy fell. Buddy has fallen. Buddy got hurt. Buddy was limping the other day. And Buddy's been having trouble. I think what's happened is that he's had a couple of serious falls. He's fallen backwards while trying to jump up on stuff, and he looked rough. He's looked better like yesterday and today, but 2 days ago he was really limping hard. It was like, oh, Bud, man, what are you doing? So we've been trying to protect him, and because I think he's feeling vulnerable around the other cats. So we've been trying to stay around him, so he feels like he's a little safer. And we got to pick them up to put them up on stuff because, and I got to, I probably have to build a few ramps. I think it's ramp building time. I have a ton of leftover stock out in the garage. Probably can go get some remnants from like, Ocean State job lot and just tack them down with a little bit of, liquid nails underneath just to hold the carpet down. Right, just run a band down the top of it and wrap some. Like Berber style, like this is, like those tiny loops, something he can get up and dig his claws into, right? Because I think what it is he was trying to jump on the table. The table was too smooth. He couldn't dig it, and he fell back. And the same, like our stairs are wooden. There's no carpet on them. Again, I saw him fall back. And so I'm just worried about him. No, he was definitely limping, and he's definitely not been right. Like for the last, like say, 3 days, without a doubt. Certainly 2 days ago, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, he was looking much tougher. Well, what's today? Saturday, yeah. No, he was looking tough on Thursday. No, Wednesday. And then my looking a little bit better on Thursday, but then he took another fall. I saw him take some falls yesterday, Friday. And even today, he like fell back. I'm like, will you stop trying to jump up on things? My poor guy. He's going to like freaking really hurt himself. But like I said, I got to build some ramps and some steps, get some little step stools for him so that wherever he needs to go, he can get like a little ramp up or some steps up. My poor dude. I'm worried about him. I am worried about him. Exactly. I'm gonna get a friggin' a chairlift for the friggin' cat. Yeah, if he does, well, he was getting better, without a doubt, because he was much harder. Like the limp was much harder on Wednesday, and then Thursday he was doing much better, and then even Friday he was doing better. But then I think he hurt himself again, trying to jump up on something. He was like feeling like he was good enough, and he like was trying to jump up, and he like fell back. I saw him fall like twice. I'm like, buddy, he can't get up. He can't get himself up. And his claws, he's trying to claw the top of a piece of furniture. It's like like a dining room table, and he can't. It's like it's too slippery. Like, buddy, no. He is an older cat. He's a much older cat. He's way older than all the other cats. Much older. We're thinking he's around between 10 and 12 right now. That's our best estimate. So like Cutie and Henri are the youngest, and Sweetie's just a couple years older, but he's much older. Yeah, we got two of them as kittens. They're real young. And then two were shelter recoveries, and one, Sweetie, she's much younger than Buddy. Buddy was way older than Sweetie. You can tell because he's got gray hair, and he's got cat male pattern baldness going a little bit up front. That's common in older cats. What kind of guitar do they play? Well, Buddy will play anything. Cutie's a total, like Gibson snob. Henri, Fender. And Sweetie, Ormsby. That was out of left field, but whatever. Yeah, that's sad, Ben. Yeah. You with them for so long, and then all of a sudden, they become like really, sick for one, or injured, and you're like, oh no. If he doesn't get better, if it seems to like stay aggravated for a long enough period of time, I think we will have to take him to the vet for an x-ray. But you know what? As I was telling my wife, I don't think he's getting around. I don't think he would be, if it was broken, there's no way he would be walking the way he's walking, or even attempting to jump up on that. He would be putting like no weight on that thing. There's no way it's broken. If anything, it looks like it's sprained, like he hurt it, and or bruised it, and he's just, because it was getting better until it was not. Let me see. Yeah, boy, they really do take away functionality. A pain in the ass. It used to be you could just sort out stuff, you know. Oh, thank you, Vamps. That's very much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, I know. We'll see. We'll see what's up with the Bud Man. You know, what we're trying to do is getting him to just settle down and just don't move around so much. You know, but he just, I think we've got to stay near him because he's just, he's too vulnerable. I think he feels like he's got to be near us. So as long as we're moving away from him, he's trying to get close to us, and we're worried he's going to fall again. So he seems to be able to go up and down the stairs. Okay, that's not too much of a jump for him, but yeah, no, it's tricky. It's tricky. So here is, can I do that like that? There we go. There we go. Hello, hello. If you look here, see discount. See, anytime there's a slash through it, it's been discounted. Again, I'm just sorting by price, high to low, all solid body electrics. Slash through the price, slash through the price, slash through the price, right? I mean, I know these are expensive guitars and they're prone to be slashed more, but let's just go through a few of the pages and see how many of these guitars have a slash going through them and they're at a reduced price. There's another one. There's another one. That is a 63 Strat, but it's been a refin. Slashed. Another slashed price. Another one. Another one. Another one. They got up to like 96,000 items. And at some point, you just got to say, we got to start slashing prices. Again, $84.99 down to $64.99. Again, I don't think I'm ever spending that kind of money. But, you know, if you're in the market, you'd rather pay $63.99 than $78.99, right? 62 versus 69. Let me just go through and check a few of these. Slashed. Right? Because, again, right there. There. You know, some discounts are bigger than others. That's $57.99 to $52.19. It just depends on the guitar and how long they've been sitting on it. I told you that Les Paul I was looking at had gone from $17.59 to like $15.79 down to $13.99. You know, almost $6,000 down to $5,200, $5,500 to $5,200, $5,700 to $5,130, $7,000 to $5,100. All right, so they're, again, these are expensive guitars, but as you can see, the discounts is at least one per page, usually more like a few. 1, 2, 3, right there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 24 listings. Again, I'm sorting from high to low. So we're starting with the most premium stuff, like, Gibson Custom Shop and, Les Paul Custom 1960 reissues. These are all custom shop. But still, discounted. There's been a downward pressure. The downward pressure is definitely greater at the higher end. You're not going to see big discounts, down in the $200 to $300 range. You're just not. But as you can see here, discounts, discount. Right? Discount. Again. The Mayons, the Gibson, the Fender, another Fender. Doesn't matter the brand, Gibson. Right? You go fishing with a price, another Gibson. And if you don't get it, you maybe think, right, there's a Fender? Yeah, Fender. And it might be a Sir. Again, these are all expensive guitars. An ESP, discounted. PRS. You guys see Wildwoods up here, custom orders, special this, special that. You got your 10 tops, a 509 10 top. You're up in an expensive area. But again, a Gibson on sale, a PRS, discounted. From 42 down to 38. From 47 down to 38. I like to see it. Keep pushing them down. Down. All right, let's jump ahead a little bit. We'll jump two at a time here a little bit. We're still at like 3,500. But again, still down in the 33s. There's a VOS, right? That's custom shop. From 41 down to 33. Right? Fender custom shop, artist series, 37 down to 35. 37 down to 33. So if we go on the left, can I just limit it to a min and a max price? Let's say, what do you want to do? Let's do a minimum price, 1,000. The maximum price, 2,000. What? Yeah, and it's high to low. So again, we jumped quite a few. We were in like 3,500. So now we're down in like the 1,000 to 2,000 range. And just to get through more pages, we'll bump that up to 96. But look, discount, 23 down to 1999, 25 down to 1999. All right. An ESP 23 down to $2,000. A GMP Roxy, I never heard of that brand. 25 down to 1999. Another one again, just on this one page. A couple more there, here. And this is at the 1,000 range. You wonder if we dropped it down. Let's just go in reverse. Let's say low to high. That should start around $1,000. There's a discounted one there. One there. An SG Standard. A Cerebus Moros. Okay, bro. If you say so. There's another one. A Bernie. Looks pretty good. American Standard. That's not discounted. There's a Fender 75th discounted. $1,479 down to $1,029. Right? Fender MIJ. $1,149 down to $1,039. $1,149 down to $1,039. I'm seeing it. I've been noticing it for the last few weeks. And this might be in prep of what the great guitar buying period, which everybody knows is tax refund season. When you get an injection of free money. And you're like, woohoo! I'm going to go buy that Strat I always wanted. Right? Balaguer, G&L, no brand is safe. Fender American Performer, Fender American Professional, Fender American Professional 2, standard with EMGs, 78 Eruption. They wanted $15.99 down to $10.49. That's a hell of a discount. That's an over $500 discount. It's a $550 friggin' discount. To go from EV, you know. I'm glad I didn't drop $15.99 on it. Jesus. You're pissing me off. $13.99 to $10.49. Again, it just keeps going. So let's just go back up just for your shits and giggles. Let's just check. What if we change the low end price to $500 and the high end price to $1,000? Right? The discounts go away. Right? Just because we're down in a. Oh, there's one. The discounts aren't as steep. $559 down to $509, but $559 to $509, $559 to $509. They all get a 10% off. $559 to $509. Right? $799 down to $509. $565 to $509. Boy, they love this $509 number. Damn. A lot of 509s. Jesus. That's probably because I didn't choose $499, which would probably add another, 300 entries. But these are all discounted. Discounted. Dan Electro, Fender Player, Epiphone Prophecy, D'Angelico, Epiphone, PRS Mira, D'Angelico, all discounted. $899 to $519. Right? That's why you got to cast a net to like a large dealer like this, because then you can really see where the market's going. If you go on to Reverb, it's a bunch of dreamers, right? They don't have payroll to make. It's a bunch of people trying to see, well, I saw a guy once sell it for $750, so $751? Like, or basically they see someone sell it for $700 and they go, okay, I'm going to get $1,700. I'm going to break the mold. I'm shifting the paradigm, bro. Discounted Kramer, discounted Ibanez, discounted PRS, discounted Gretsch. Right? So anyway, this could go on all night, but you get the idea. Prices are going down. Oh my God, it's my bud man. Buddy, how are you doing? You see, he's not. I think he's walking pretty good. I think he's walking a little better. How's my little bud man? I know, my poor buddy. My poor little bud man. No, what are you doing? You all right? It's okay, Mr. Buds. Yeah, be careful, buddy. Careful. Careful, careful, careful. There he is. We'll watch him walk a little bit. Right? Not bad. Yeah, Reverb takes a good chunk. They don't take 30%, but they definitely take a good chunk. I'd have to look it up, but it's not 30%. You're thinking of Apple. Apple takes 30%. Apple would take 30% of every transaction you did over their browser on their phone if they found a way to scrape that. Yeah, Buddy seemed to injure himself. Yeah, he's gone. He's going back upstairs. He was limping. He was limping on a few days ago, but I think he's doing a little bit better. He looked okay to you, yeah. No, he's looking better. You know, if it's a sprain, he will probably recover quickly. But if it's, I think if it's a break, I don't think he would be walking like that. I think he wouldn't be able to put any weight on it at all if he had a broken bone. So we think he tried to jump up on like the pedestal. He likes to jump up on the pedestal. There's like a big banister at the bottom of the stairs, a big square, you know. What do they call that? It's like the key banister at the bottom, right? The big one, the key post, and it's got a large square top on it, and he likes to jump up on that. We call it the pet still. Got it? It's very clever. Anyway, we pet him and all this stuff. He loves to go up there. We think he fell back. We think he tried to jump up there a few times and hasn't been able to make it. And he's fallen back, and the stairs are wooden. And he falls back on those stairs, and he hurts himself. No, Buddy's not a scrapper. Buddy's a lover, not a fighter. I know, time to buy some Buddy-friendly furniture, I know. I was thinking about making him some ramps, because it wouldn't be too bad. So as you could see there, I thought he looked pretty good. He didn't look too bad. It didn't look like he was limping at all, really. But he's definitely a little ginger, right? He's like he's not his usual bounding self, popping around. He is definitely walking slowly and a little more gingerly, without a doubt. I don't think you could put weight on it if he had a broken bone. Yeah, is that what it is? The Newell post? You could be right. Newell? Another one. Wow. I think the balusters are each individual spindle, right? Have we learned nothing from Family Guy? Yeah. Learned it from Norm Abrams. Yeah. Norm. This is a Hufschmid guitar. That's an streaked ebony fretboard with a man-made distressed top. So it's a regular piece of pine, but he brought out the texture and the silvering and all that stuff. And then the back is mahogany. Mahogany neck. And mahogany. I just make sure I'm not going to whack my guitars here. They do. What is the fingerboard? It is ebony. Ebony. And it is a pine top. Yeah, alumitones, death buckers. Exactly one of the 20. Yeah, did you ever see that? I think it's Bob Taylor. I think it's the guy. I think it's Taylor Guitars. I think it's the guy from Taylor, Bob Taylor, who's telling that story. Because he started the ebony protection project, right? One of the other things that came out of that was that he was talking to the foresters, and saying, are you sure, we're not going to run out of trees? And they were like, no, we have at least a 30-year supply. He goes, and I'm thinking to myself, guys, 30 years is nothing. You can't look at a supply. We have to start replanting trees now. You can't. 30 years is nothing. So we've got to do. It was kind of a heartbreaking series when he started out, but I think he's really trying to make sure that ebony doesn't become an endangered species. What scale length is it? 25.5. Watch out for Temu. Yeah, they wanted to advertise with me. My God, they were relentless. I got so many emails from Temu going like, "We love your content." Oh, do you? What about my content do you love? They're like, all of it. We love all your content. Oh yeah. Any particular one? No. We love all of it. Yeah, sure. I bet. Anyway, go on. And they're like, would love to advertise with you. Would like to buy like a spot. This video's sponsored by Temu. But I looked at their website and I'm like, this isn't for my people. I mean, Stumac or True Fire or something something guitar related. The hell is Temu? I was like, no. Hard pass. No thanks. What handheld gaming unit do you recommend? The R36S. Link in the description. Pretty damn good. I like the analog sticks. And they click too. They're clicking. Pretty good. Plus it's got the back. And if you notice that they're not in a straight line, so you can feel, right? They're just a little bit raised. You could feel it against each other. It's good. And of course, if you get it, you should download the latest Arc OS. There's one from late January 24 that's friggin' awesome. And the let me see if I can get it to start up here. Yeah, there it goes. See, it's got this great little start up. Now it's going to start up Arc OS. There it goes. Emulation station, and then there you go. Got the Amiga, right? RetroArch, MS-DOS. And the cool thing is that some of them, like a lot of the Capcoms, Like if I went into Capcom and showed the game, it would start giving me a little demo of what the game. It only works on the Capcom stuff, but it has a preview, so you can see exactly what you're going to be playing once you play the game. Pretty sweet. And again, if you bought one of these from, like, say, Amazon, they're about $80. If you buy it from China direct, about $40. And it looks way better than you're seeing. It's just that it's not set to the correct. Hold on. It's just that the screen's too bright. It is gorgeous. This screen is friggin' gorgeous. It is really good. You can just pick out your area, whatever you like, and then go in there, and there's a whole bunch of games. And you choose your game. You choose your game, and there you go. And then you just hold down the button until the blue light goes out. It's off. I bought mine from AliExpress. I used PayPal to pay for it. So if you're cool with AliExpress, you can just buy it from there. It'll be between $35 and $40. I paid $40 for mine. Is that going to work? Nope. Huh. Is it this one? Nope. So that those Capcom ones, those are the original arcades. And you literally have to hit select to give yourself credits, right? They crack it so you can give yourself credits to the select. But those are like the original stand-up arcade games from basically the 80s and into the 90s. It's funny because Capcom goes out of business by Capcom 3. So there's only like 3 or 4 Capcom 3 titles. The most are Capcom 2, I think. Oh, Cutie's adorable. Well, Temu's trying to advertise ridiculously cheap prices by buying directly from the manufacturer and cutting out wholesalers. But I don't think they have their shipping processes down. And I don't know if I trust them yet. I don't want to be giving them my freaking credit card. That is good. We got a cat? Maybe one up there? Right there. Cat butt. Yeah, you get some wireless headphones from Temu. Yeah, it probably is a lot of the same stuff, just like AliExpress is the same stuff on Amazon. But like I said, a $40 R36 is $80 on Amazon. Still not a very expensive proposition, but 40 is better than 80 by anyone's math. Little Indy. Little Baba too. That does help. Knowing those notes, sing them out, does help. Yeah, you think it's where a bunch of shady people that get booted off of AliExpress, now they're all over at Temu? Probably. Fan of the Paradigm strings? I don't use the Paradigms. I use the regular Ernie balls. I do have a set of Paradigms, I think, right over here. But I don't really use them. I don't know what a spring block is. Spring block? Is that you saying? What's a spring block? Spring block, you mean? I have no idea. Stumac? I don't really mod guitars all that much. What string gauge is on this guitar? These, this has 10s on it. I can feel it. These are 10s. Do, 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 do. Diddy. Do. Do I own any vintage guitars? I don't know. I have a Strat from 1982. I have a Kramer from 1982, 83. It's 40 years ago. What else? Get the old Aria, but that doesn't work. That's probably from the late 60s. The Ibanez Les Paul, that's from 76, I think. Weren't you getting a Frankenstrat? I have it. I've used that guitar a bunch of times. The Frankenstrat, yeah. A couple of years, 2020, I think. Bobby gave that to me right after Eddie died. I want to see like October or November of 2020 he gave me that. And then I had the neck sent out to be refinished. But it's been back for a while. I know, right? It does feels more recent than just that. I agree. Interesting. What's that? Interesting. I have a feeling that that's out under there again. A guitar from petrified wood. Have you ever held a piece of petrified wood? My grandfather owned a big piece of property in Canada. His property went back 1 mile from the street. 1 mile in, he had 136 acres. And he found a piece of petrified wood on his lot. And it's like stone. It's unbelievable. It's like a rock. You know, when you first get it, you're like, oh, this is a weird stone, but then you realize, oh no, it is a piece of wood. This is something that's turned into rock. You know. Well, yeah, it mineralizes, right? Isn't that what happens? Right? It turns into minerals, and that's why it literally turns into a rock over time. Yeah, I should go to the petrified forest. They say there's petrified pieces everywhere. Well, really, they have entire tree. Really, wow. You wonder what they weigh at that point. It's got to be thousands of pounds, right? Because of all their minerals, right? It becomes like literally it goes from already a pretty heavy log into a ridiculously heavy, slab of stone. Does hardwood sound deeper than softwood? I would think it would be the opposite, right? That harder wood would reflect more high frequencies, and softer wood would absorb. So softer wood would feel darker because it'd be more roll off at the high frequency. Who's the builder? This is a Hufschmid. He got out of Switzerland. We were looking at some of his stuff. Oh, hold on. Gotta click that first. There we go. Oh, I don't have it up anymore. Hold on, where'd it go? Let me see here. Where is it? I just had it. Oh, there it is. Jesus. All right, hold on. Just so you can see the whole page. There it goes. Yeah. So this guitar I have here and this one here, I think are the only ones that don't have either a flame or a quilt top. this is the guy here. Although that looks more like his air coat, maybe. Anyway. Yeah, I really haven't done anything with the trailer. I have it covered up in a tarp. And I'm just riding the storms out until we can get warm enough. I'll take it up. And I have a bunch of leaves in it. Not a ton. It's probably about 25% filled. And I want to keep them nice and dry, so I have a tarp on them. And they're fine. Taking them up. Every weekend I've been trying to go. It's either been raining or super cold. It's a weapon. You'll poke your eye out, kid. Any Namthrax? No. I friggin', you know what I attribute it to? I really tried to avoid rubbing my eyes, something I am guilty of doing. And washed my hands a lot. Like when I would get back to the hotel, as soon as I got in, I would wash my hands. And then maybe if I ordered up some, if I was figuring out if I was going to go over to Habit Burger, which was like literally right across the street from the hotel. The longest walk was to walk to the freaking crosswalk because there is a thing called jaywalking in California. Besides, the street's so friggin' wide, you'll just get hit by a car. They drive like maniacs. And it's like, 8 lanes to get across that friggin' street. I'd go over, I'd get the burger, I'd come back, I would wash my hands again. If I went down and got a drink out of the, not a soda machine, it was sort of like a convenience machine. It had a bunch of stuff in there. It had food and drink and all kinds of stuff. If I got a water, when I got back to my hotel, before I touched anything, I would wash my hands again. I just kept washing my hands like crazy. And it worked out. I think it worked. Habit Burger's friggin' awesome, dude. They have this one in like all of New England. It's up in like Wilmington. So I got to take a ride up. I'll find something up there to go to. Yeah, you guys are getting more rain out in SoCal. It's crazy. You had no rain for the longest time. Crazy. And now you can't turn the faucet off. It became a habit. Indeed it did. I think I went to Habit Burger twice? 3 times? Definitely twice. First night, free food. Second night, I went to Habit Burger. Third night, free food. Fourth night, I went to Habit Burger. Yeah, making up for lost time. Was there one person at NAMM you were surprised or happy to see? I was happy to see everybody. I was surprised to see, who was it there? Framus. I didn't know that they were going. Framus in Warwick. I saw Phil X, though. I saw Lee. I saw Rob Chapman. I saw friggin' everybody. Stay Metal Ray. It was his first NAMM. I saw Jamie, the bassist, and unfortunately, I was in a conversation. I saw him walking, and I said, I'll find him. Never found him. I was surprised to see Henning, because he was keeping it quiet whether he was going. But he was at that first event, the one put on by Adam Audio, which was really good event. you know. You get the same burger, try out different ones. You like the barbecue one? You know, I didn't try. I just got the regular. What's it called? I think it's called a double char, right? Just however they make it, which I think I find very similar to like In-N-Out Burger. But I think I like the grill flavor. They have like a smoky grill flavor to their burgers, closer to like Burger King, you know, than on like a griddle. It's pretty good. Yeah, Davidas, God, I was so happy. I knew he would be there, though. Like, someone I was kind of amazed that was there, Henning. I didn't think he was going. I wasn't sure that he was going to be there. But he gave out a, I saw him show a picture of a table at Denny's. I'm like, I know that table. I know that Denny's. That's the Denny's on West Catellar Avenue. Now I want a damn burger. In-N-Out, yeah. No, seriously. In-N-Out is good. In-N-Out is good. Five Guys is pretty damn good. But I tell you, the difference between Five Guys and Habit Burger is about $3. Right? Habit Burger is $8.50, and the friggin' same burger from In-N-Out, same burger from Five Guys is $11.50 around here. $11.50 for the double cheeseburger. $8.50 for the double cheeseburger. Or maybe it might have been $9 because if you get cheese, I think they advertise $8.50, but that does not include cheese. So I think it might have been a little closer than $3. Might have been $2.50, but still, I thought the Habit Burger was really good. It was a grilled burger. It was pretty damn good. They put grilled onions on it. You know, if you get it normal, it's like pickles, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and mayo. It's pretty damn good. It was a good burger. And I thought their onion rings were really good, and it came with a like a ranch dipping sauce that I thought was really good. No, Habit Burger was pretty damn good. And, of course, they have a pepper bar where you can get, like, jalapenos, whole jalapenos, or cherry peppers, or pepperoncinis. I threw, like, a half dozen pepperoncinis in there. Can't eat burgers anymore. That's a bummer. Yeah, right? Pepperoncinis, right? I'm going to start off with a little pepperoncini appetizer with a couple onion rings. See, I didn't try any of Habit's other stuff. They make a chicken sandwich. They make a burger on, like, it's like a patty melt style, which they do on, like, a sourdough, or you can get different breads, right? But I didn't try any. I think, do they make a mac and cheese there as well? I'd have to look. They had a few items. They make shakes there as well, I think, right? No, Habit? Did Habit do a shake? I think they do. Kind of like how In-N-Out does shakes. You know. Shake Shack is good, but around here it's very expensive, and the burgers are like friggin' sliders, man. It's hard to spend $10 on a burger that's like half the size of the one from In-N-Out. It's like $1 less, but 50% of the friggin' size. We have a Smash Burger around here, but Smash Burger, I don't know about you guys, but every time I get that burger, I'm not saying it's not a good burger. It's a damn good burger. But holy shit, is it salty. Like the saltiest friggin' burger is at Smash Burger, like every friggin' time. So salty. I don't know if it's the cheese or what they use, but damn, noticeably salty. You know, I'll tell you, the place around here I never go to is Chick-fil-A. Just because there's a Popeyes right next door, and I really like Popeyes. And I tried Chick-fil-A a couple of times. I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad, but I didn't think it was particular. I thought it was a little bland, to be honest. I tried their spicy chicken sandwich. It wasn't that spicy. Compare that to the spicy chicken sandwich at Popeyes, which is friggin' amazing. So, you know, I thought Whataburger was a bit of a disappointment. What a disappointment, you know. They weren't that great. I've never tried White Castle. In-N-Out Burger was awesome. Amazing. When people aren't spilling friggin' Cokes on you. Or else, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles out there is pretty good. Tops Burger, the grease bleeds right through the... You gotta get the Lewis Burger. Covered with, egg salad and a slice of ham. I know it sounds gross, but goddamn, it's that a good burger. Popeyes and KFC have better chicken sandwiches than Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I thought the Chick-fil-A sandwich was just sort of... Oh, I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad, but it wasn't like, wow, this is an amazing chicken sandwich. I can't wait to come back. It was more like, we waited in that giant-ass line for this? Holy shit, this is sort of pedestrian. I used to have White Castle after every gig as a part of the writer. Nice. Yeah, so White Castle has a crazy thing. They cook them on, like, a mound of onions, right? And there's holes in the burger to help the steam come through, like steamed hams. Every time you have a Wendy's spicy chicken, you get a stomachache. I haven't had a spicy chicken sandwich here in forever. You know, it's hard to go off the friggin' $5 menu at Wendy's. They're so cheap. You know, it's plenty of food and it's short money. It's hard to spend like $8 to $10 in a fast food place. Fast food is for like $5-6 tops. And for that, I want a dozen tacos. Popeyes was charging for extra mustard packs, damn it. That's cheap ass. Jack in Box Clown is creepy, yeah. Love me some White Castle. See, I've never tried White Castle. I don't think we have one around here. Is there a Roscoe's near the Anaheim Resort? Yeah, down on, not West Catella, but the other one there. What the hell is that street? Let me take a look here. It's, oh, what the hell is that? It's like West Catella and, oh, God, is it Convention Center Way? Could be. Because the Convention Center's right there. Let me take a look here. It is... Where the hell is the... Anaheim. There's Disney. It's on Harbor. It's on Harbor Boulevard, or I think it might be South Harbor. By the time, yeah, it's on South Harbor Boulevard, across from Micasa Mexicana, Micasa. And there's a Carl's Jr. right there too. It's directly across the street from the Carl's Jr. For reference. Have a good one, speaker. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up now. All that food talk's making me hungry. I'll find myself some grub. All right, dudes. Well, thanks so much for hanging out this week. Great to see everybody. Super thanks to anyone who contributed. That is always appreciated. And brofist to my mod squad. Hashtag brofist. Hashtag mod squad. We'll do it all again a week from tonight. And I will see you all there then. There you go. I don't know if I have any videos scheduled for this week, but I'm sure I'll get something coming up. And there you have it. No, you rock. I will take care of Buddy Cat. I'll let you know next week. I think he's doing better. As you can see, he was walking around okay. I think he's doing better. Oh, thank you, Sassy Cat. I'm glad I'm still going here when I saw that. Because there's a delay. You know, sometimes I'd close and then I'd see it. I'd be like, oh no. I just missed it. No, you rock. All right. I'll see you guys next week. I'll figure out something this week. Something. We're doing something. All right. No, you rock. All right. Have a great week. I'll see you all in a week. And there you go. There you have it. We've said it all. We've done it all. All right. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you in a week. Later.